Welcome to Washed Up. We are back with 2020 bowl action, JD, the first of many to come. Not that many. We've kind of skipped over some of these bowls, JD. I know you've been carrying the weight a little bit yourself, but we are here to bring the most important bowls. JD, how has bowl season been for you this year?
Man, what can I say? It's just like 2020, it hasn't been the same as it has been in previous years, but nonetheless, still no shortage of great matchups. It's the gift that keeps on giving. We got football on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, even Christmas Day. We got presents under the tree, Jake. So I'm having a blast with it, and I'm happy you and I are back in action, tackling the Bulls that really matter here in bowl season.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we, again, are excited to be back. Thank you for joining us again, our second year of doing Washed Up, your mother's favorite sports show. And JD, talking about this crazy year we have. We got the first bowl up, the Goodyear Classic down in Texas, Cotton Bowl. We got Florida playing Oklahoma, Florida -3. JD, this is on December 30th at 5 p.m. Western, 8 p.m. Eastern. JD, how do you see this matchup kind of playing out with an SEC versus a Big 12?
You know, it's kind of going to be a toss-up, Jake. Spencer Rattler, the quarterback for Oklahoma, has really played his best ball lately. But when it comes down to this game, Florida's going to be a defense he hasn't really seen before. I mean, this is the defense that is extremely fast, has great team speed, hasn't played their best ball these last two games, obviously losing to LSU and Alabama in consecutive weeks. But they're going to have some for Spencer Rattler when it comes to this game, Jake. I think Spencer Rattler's going to have to play his best ball for this team to be successful. He might have to play a nearly perfect game, quite frankly. I think no Kyle Pitts for Florida is a very big deal, but Kyle Trask is just absolutely elite. His numbers prove it. He's one of the best in the country. Going to be up for the Heisman, and I think this kid's going to have a day with the Oklahoma defense. They've played some pretty good offenses, obviously, Oklahoma has in the Big 12, but I think Kyle Trask has something special for him. Now, I want to flip this on you here. I personally never have played in a bowl game. You've actually played in this specific bowl game. How much does it change your routine having to get on a plane? Now they're going to have to quarantine for this one. That's a whole nother layer, but get on a plane, practice in a new place, get on a new schedule. What's that like, especially in the Cotton Bowl, which you were obviously a part of at USC?
The Cotton Bowl was interesting for SC just because we were Pac-12, and that was a very rarity for a Pac-12 school to be playing in the Cotton Bowl. It usually is kind of this Big 12 SEC matchup, but instead we kind of had the Rose Bowl moved to Texas with the Big Ten. We played Ohio State. It was difficult, especially during Christmas. Spending Christmas in a hotel was very difficult. But I do think these teams are ready to kind of get their season over with and playing in a special bowl. It is a very special bowl, New Year's Six Bowl. But both teams are a little disappointed this year with how things shook out. I know Oklahoma, with their 2 losses, and Florida with their losses as well, felt like they could play a lot better than what they did. And so, JD, I think that both teams come in here maybe with a little bit of a season that disappointment that didn't go their way. And for that reason alone, I don't know if we get the best play out of any team. And so for that, I got to probably go with Oklahoma, JD. I just think they're a better coach.
Wow.
I think that Lincoln Riley's probably there with experience in the last couple of years, especially, and is going to get their team, Spencer, as you mentioned, to play better than I guess Florida's going to play, in my opinion.
Jake, as the great Lee Corso says, not so fast, my friend. Not so fast. I think Kyle Trask, like I said, is going to have something special for this Oklahoma defense. This defense of Florida will have something special for Spencer Rattler. So a lot of special things being passed out in this bowl game from Florida to Oklahoma. It is, again, the season of giving that we are in right now. So I like Florida to win this game. I like them with the 3 points they're being favored by, Jake. And that's just me. But I'm taking the Gators.
We're disagreeing on the first bowl game of the season.
I know, man. 2020 is just gold bricks.
This is our first game. We can't be scaring the moms away with all this controversy and banter.
Hey, we're a year older, and so is the show. What can I say?
Well, all right, JD. Well, let's see who comes on top on this one. The next game we're going to be talking about is on January 1st. The first game up, 12 Eastern, 9 a.m. Western. JD, don't want to forget the sponsor for this one, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl there in Georgia, right by you, JD. If you could prove that you tested negative for COVID 100 days in a row, maybe you could show up. But I guess we're gonna have to watch on TV. Georgia versus Cincinnati, JD, SEC. Probably takes care of this one, I gotta believe, don't you? Cincinnati, although very impressive this year, doesn't seem like they are a powerhouse by any means, not blowing out teams. I know their offenses looked good, but again, they're not playing in a Power 5 conference.
I think you hit it right on the head. I love Cincinnati just as much as the next guy. I love to root for those group of 5 teams, especially the American Athletic, which they label themselves the Power 6 conference. How can you not root for those kind of guys, especially the way Cincinnati's played this year? They're undefeated, but I'm with you, man. The margin of victory, especially against some of these other group of 5 teams, this hasn't been convincing enough for me. You beat a good Tulsa team by 3 points to win your conference championship. I mean, hats off to you for winning the thing, but you got to win by more than 3 points to make me feel good about your chances against the Bulldogs from the SEC. So I think we're going to actually agree on this one, Jake. Your guy, JT Daniels, the USC transfer, is going to be calling plays, or should I say, maybe he's calling plays if they get up by enough, but he'll be the signal caller here for the Bulldogs in this one. I like the Bulldogs to roll in this one, Jake.
Yeah, Georgia -7 is the line. And I agree with you, JD. I know that both, again, offenses like to score, averaging both in the 30s. Cincinnati, you told me this, averages 467 yards of offense a game, JD, which is a ton, and I mean a ton of offense to average a game. So I don't think that's going to completely collapse on itself during this bowl game. I don't think they are going to forget how to score points, but I do think they won't be able to keep up with this Georgia offense. I think that defense will probably give Cincinnati just enough problems to keep, again, a 2 touchdowns, if not a 17-point differential throughout the game. But I do like the over, JD, though. Total is 50, and I do think Cincinnati comfortably gets enough points to push that total over.
I agree. I do think they're going to push the envelope a little bit with this Georgia defense. If you're a Cincinnati Bearcat fan, all hope is not lost. We are not anti-Cincinnati on this show. Your quarterback, Desmond Ridder, has proven time and time and again he is a dual threat quarterback. And sometimes in these bowl games, these dual threat quarterbacks, these extra mobile guys, prove to be a huge difference maker because defenses just don't have really the right idea to prepare for them. You have maybe your 3rd string quarterback, a receiver, or someone out there running around in the scout team that just doesn't quite simulate what you're going to see come game time. So if I'm a Cincinnati fan, my hope lies solely on the legs of Desmond Ridder.
Well, let's hope that he shows up again, especially if you're betting that over, JD, and trying to pay off those Christmas presents like we always try to do for our loyal fans. But we appreciate you joining again for this first edition of Washed Up in 2020 for this crazy bowl season, maybe crazier than any previous bowl season ever in history. But JD, I'm glad to be back with you, my buddy.
Man, nothing makes me happier than seeing your smiling face on Zoom again, Jake.
If you haven't been on Zoom enough this year. But thank you again for watching us. This is Washed Up, your mother's favorite sports show. Make sure to click subscribe, like our show, follow us on any social media platform you want, and we will be back